2022 is the most suitable macOS application for your new MacBook. Of all the great feelings in the world, one towers above all. That's right. In talking about getting a new Apple computer, besides it obviously being a shiny new thing, what really engrosses me is the idea of starting with a clean slate. At this stage, your old machine is probably filled with stuff you don't use and, in the time you bought it, who knows what new macOS apps have come out. This is what this article's about. It contains the best macOS apps and software I've tried, the majority of which I use on a daily basis. Even better, you'll be keeping it up to date with the most fantastic apps I come across, so make sure you check back whenever you can. Without further ado, let's look at the finest macOS apps. Of all the macOS apps I own, Alfred is in the top 3. It was one of the first things I downloaded when I got my new MacBook Pro. The easiest way to describe Alfred is as a search bar, but that doesn't do it nearly enough justice. Through the use of hotkeys and extensions, Alfred enables you to do almost anything with a few strokes of the keyboard. Want to search IMDb for a specific movie? Manage your clipboard? Control the macOS Music app? Alfred can do it, and so much more. To call it an essential macOS app is an insult to the role it plays in my life. What are you waiting for? Look, there's nothing wrong with the inbuilt screenshotting tool on macOS. In fact, the company improved it mightily with the launch of Mojave. Despite that, it doesn't come close to the power of Clean's hotkeys. The software is brimming with features, but it's the simple things that have made it indispensable. For example, when you take a screenshot, it gives you the option to copy or save it right there. It makes annotating an image seamless. You have an array of options for videoing your screen. Clean's hotkeys is one of those apps you just need to try to understand fully. So if you're someone who takes a lot of screen grabs or records your display, you owe it to yourself to have a look. Fly it, you fools. What amphetamine does is simple. It keeps your screen on. There are times that you don't want your new MacBook to go to sleep at the preset interval, but changing that in the settings. For the long term, no thank you. The amphetamine macOS app solves that issue. It sits in your menu bar. You can either command it to leave your display on indefinitely, or select a range of different times. It's a surprisingly powerful application for something so bit-sized, and I find it endlessly useful. No more having to turn my MacBook display on with filthy fingers to look at a recipe. Also, it's free. Be at one with this decision. I was an Evernote user for many years, but it got too much for two main reasons: feature bloat and cost. Fundamentally, I want a note-taking app to work quickly and seamlessly. Evernote has so many features that it was slow and unwieldy even on my brand new computer. Oh, and it costs $60 a year. So, recently, I decided to upgrade to Bear. And I couldn't be happier. The macOS app is lightweight, attractive, and slick. It works, and it works well. The tagging system is intuitive and there's no bloatware. The only negative I have is it only works across Apple devices and uses iCloud Sync to do so, meaning you need to be signed into the same Apple account across devices. Aside from that, Bear is a beautiful app that does everything I need a note-taking piece of software to do. And the premium version is only $15 a year. Bargain. Check it out. While something like Bear is perfect for short or medium-length pieces of text, it's simply not built for long-form writing. Scrivener is it. Whether you're working on a novel, screenplay, nonfiction, or, well, anything big, Scrivener is an ideal app. It's jam-packed with features, but presents them in a subtle manner. To put it another way, Scrivener works just as well as a structural word processor as it does as a full planning and storyboarding app. These days, I couldn't live without it. Also, I have huge love for software that is a one-off fee, and Scrivener 3 will set you back $45 or $53 for a lifetime. Go, flourish. Back in the day, naming video files was a nightmare. I spent many afternoons manually copying across episode titles from Wikipedia, which I don't have to tell you stops being fun quite quickly. FileBot is a godsend in these instances. Effectively, this macOS app lets you mass rename files, using a variety of online databases to look up the shows or movies in question. For anyone with a Plex media server, FileBot is an app you'll never understand how you lived without. Friend, I implore you to travel here. Honestly, this is a niche choice. But if you're looking for a macOS app that can help you easily convert lossless music files to MP3s, AAC, OGV Orbis, and more, well, XLD is for you. It's free and it works perfectly. What more do you want?